I guess I do like a simple character.
So I was just talking about this when Jake and Domi came to like kind of help me unpack. We were talking about the Lawnmower Man.
Excuse me.
Lonely.
It's a short story by Stephen King that got adapted into a film.
This might be
Oh
the
my
end for
God.
you.
No, I'm just doing really bad. I'm using a fucking 360 controller trying to play a goddamn N64 game right now. My little brother has the controller. I'm sorry, guys. So yeah, it was a short story by Stephen King about like a guy who like his grass is like he's like too physically disabled to mow his own grass, but his grass like starts like mowing itself, and he finds out that there's like this like little like imp like fawn looking motherfucker that's like running through his grass and like eating it. And he's the Lawnmower Man.
He's the titular Lawnmower
He's
Man.
this little like he's a satyr. That's what he is. And he's the Lawnmower Man. Yeah, and he's eating his fucking grass up and doing weird shit. I never actually read the story, but there's a movie adaptation that has complete fuck all to do with the story.
What year was it made? Old?
It's in
Because it
like
got a real cool looking satyr.
late 80s, early 90s. I would want to say early 90s because it has some of those like really, really shitty.
You weren't gaining anything.
Oh,
from
you're
these.
right. I'm not.
Stop.
I'm talking about the Lawnmower Man, dude.
You're
Fuck.
mowing the crystals.
I'm mowing my fucking brain. In the movie, there's no satyr to be found.
What?
No, like actual Lawnmower Man.
Who's is the man? Is it a ghost?
He's a Trey Parker looking dude. Like he looks exactly like Trey Parker's. Oh wait, we're not getting anything. He looks exactly like Trey Parker's character from Basketball, and he's like a mentally disabled guy that is like a groundskeeper or something. And like right at the beginning of the movie, he's like doing groundskeeping, and he sees like a monkey that like escaped from a fucking goddamn it. He sees a monkey that escaped from like a research facility, and he gets all excited and happy to like see a monkey, and he's like starting to like hang out with the monkey and like trying to like walk up to it, and then like this like fucking like stormtrooper squadron of government agents show up, and they just fucking mow the monkey down with like machine guns and shit.
What?
Yeah, and then like he's like traumatized, and it like he starts crying and like fucking like having a complete mental breakdown.
What a weird modern spin.
And I just
on
turned
a
it
story that
turned it
didn't need
off.
fixing.
It's one of the few movies where like I didn't sit through the whole thing because something upset me. Because like it upset me so bad to see like a simple-minded person watch an animal die and then have it traumatize them, and it bothered me so bad that I just would never watch the movie again. And
You don't think you'd be traumatized if you saw a monkey get peppered with machine gun bullets?
I absolutely would be. That's why I'm like I sympathize with
don't
the
wanna see that
character,
shit.
and
Oh,
I don't want to see it
I
happen.
understand that.
I don't want to see someone.
I thought you said it wasn't believable.
No, not at all. It is believable, and that's why it
You're
upset
saying
me.
just any simple person would be traumatized by seeing a monkey get mowed down? I won't watch
Yeah, I
it.
won't
You're-
stand for it. No, simple people don't understand.
Yeah, it ain't that easy to traumatize a simple person.
Yeah, I've tried.
I know exactly what you mean. Like, yeah, why even show me this?
Exactly. I'm like,
Yep.
I don't want to see
Why
that
make me think
shit.
about
That's
that?
the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's weird. So you said it was written by Stephen King.
The original story.
So what was the
God
scary
damn it.
thing about the satyr? Was it just that that shouldn't be in this world?
I think
Like,
so.
Okay, it was just like a quirky story.
Yeah.
He has those too.
I think it was one of those things. Yeah, just like, isn't it weird, man? Like a
Yeah.
fucking satyr,
Wouldn't that
bro.
be spooky?
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be. And he was right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in that movie though, like the simple man and like some other dude who like is like this Pierce Brosnan looking motherfucker, they like team up and like enter like the internet basically. Like they go into like cyberspace and like fight like these like fucking like Tron looking android thing.
hell?
It's the weirdest fucking shit. It has zero to do with the original story.
So someone who looks like the boyfriend from Mrs. Doubtfire, and then a simple man.
And then someone who looks like
Time travel.
Down syndrome Trey Parker.
Interesting. I hate this.
Yeah, it made me very bummed out, and I've seen clips from like the cyberspace like portions of it, and it's straight up like it looks like Tron. It looks like OG Tron, but with like really terrible CG like villains as the the antagonist.
Was the story like 3 pages long too? And they were like, "How do we make it into a movie?"
Yeah, and what Domi was saying, because I was explaining, she already knew, but I was explaining what I had already seen of the story, and she was like, "Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with it," because she's actually read the original.
Yeah.
And I was asking her how long it was, and yeah, it's like just a few fucking pages probably, because it was one part. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking die. It was part of like a short story compilation.
You on your last melon?
I am, but there's a banana right there. Ooh, we got it. But so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should actually try to sit down and watch it. I'll just fast forward past the part when they mentally abuse a fucking disabled man.
The beginning.
Yep. It's right at the beginning. It's like 5 minutes into the movie.
How do we get out of here?
Just gotta hop across.
Fight that guy.
Wait, how do I... Wait, that's... Is he purple or blue?
He's blue.
So what? How the fuck does Lanky get in here? Oh, there's a button or like a teleport pad.
Oh, yeah. You pop in, pop out.
Yep. Yep. Gotta go hot swap. I'm gonna grab that.
Hot swap and boogie.
Fuck you. Okay. See, this is just like in the Lawnmower Man. The ape died, and I'm the simple man who's about to cry about it. Caesar got cucked by his people, didn't he?
All of his people, yeah.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Stab Caesar and Caesar over and over again.
Is Little Caesar's supposed to represent Caesar himself?
I think it's little. It looks like Caesar, and he's holding a knife, right?
He's holding like a
pizza cutter.
What would you call that?
A knife.
No,
it looks
no,
like
a
a
big.
butcher knife.
It's
in
like a
my memory
spear.
Right now. Oh, really?
It's a staff with a blade at the top. So
weird.
yeah,
I imagined him holding a butcher knife right now.
No, he has like a spear, and there's like 2 full pizza pies like skewered on it.
Certainly, that's supposed to be him.
I wonder if they've ever done any like murdered Caesar art for Little Caesar's. Big old knife sticking out of his back.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, what are they afraid of offending the Greek?
Greek people are offensive in nature.
Greek people, you've been getting away with it for too long.
You've been getting away with boy
Nobody
diddling.
makes fun of the Greek.
It's kind of true. Like I don't see a lot of. Maybe we need to hate the Greek more as a culture. Yeah. The British and the Greek really need to start taking some more heat.
Let's make a Greek joke. What do they do? What do they do first of all?
They created oil.
Euros. That was them, right?
I believe you're correct on that
made
as well.
oil?
Like
real?
olive oil. It's like a big
right,
Greek thing, and I think they only invented it to enter children easier.
Oh yeah, they did a lot of that, didn't they?
They did a lot of boy diddling.
Did we did that too though?
In the United States.
Well, I'm not gonna say we. Did
I was gonna say me.
We don't need to use we here.
You
we
might.
Know what we're talking about.
Not me. But you know, I don't know if there's
I think
a lot
everyone did. I think everyone was bad, weren't they?
But like it was like part of their like culture almost. Like they fucking like Socrates, was he Greek?
Yes.
Aristotle.
Yeah, definitely.
Like
yeah,
all these people were straight diddlers. They were like, yeah, I'm super smart, so smart that I date a 4-year-old boy. Like I
He's just good conversation,
oh
right?
Boy, that shit bothers the fuck out of me. We don't talk about that enough. And some of my buddies get like almost like angry when I bring up like
your Greek buddies.
Yeah, all of my Stepatopoulos buddies. They always have like fucking 50 syllable last names too.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just fucking.
And they're all names of cities.
Exactly. It's like the guy who made Moral Oral. Motherfucker's name is Dino Stamatopoulos.
Johnny Atropolis. Morgan Metropolis.
I would hang out with a guy named Morgan Metropolis.
I would too. He'd probably save you if a supervillain showed up.
Yeah, that sounds like any alliterative name. You sound like a superhero. Damn it, I should probably still be tiny.
True. You can use the crystals as DK though, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that just your bomb?
It's like it's a special thing. Like it's like DK.
Who threw that?
It was a bee. Oh wait, I actually think there is something to do with DK over here.
You're just gonna let him fucking embarrass you like that?
Oh, it didn't hit me. He's embarrassing himself. I got a message for him, pal, and it's a screenshot from a text from his wife saying that I cook better than him.
It says, bees be home by 6.
God damn it.
Honey.
You fucking... Oh, this is almost worse than us talking about Greek pedophilia. Almost.
Okay, so yeah, that's what's going on with the Greek.
Yeah, they're doing some diddling.
Okay, we got a joke about them now.
They had a.
Okay, Socrates, whatever you say.
I think like women weren't allowed to be in plays, so they would just have like young boys play women in plays, and like so that if they were doing like romance plays, like they'd just like be like fucking making out with a young boy. And they're like, well, it's part of our acting culture.
Boys play the women, the white people play the black people, and pigs play the dogs.
Yeah.
It's theater.
It's just, you act like you've never seen a fucking a theatrical performance before. Go to Sweeney Todd. Look how many boys are getting made out with at Sweeney Todd.
True. Look at it.
Look at it.
Sweeney Todd is a good play.
I've only seen a high school performance, our high school's performance of Sweeney Todd after I dropped out of it because.
Oh, who were you? Were you Toby? Tell me you were Toby.
No, I didn't get to be part of the main ensemble because I am
wanted
not
to hear you sing the Elixir of Piss song.
I am not a talented enough vocalist to perform in a play like that. I was actually very bitter about that as a young goth man. I wanted to be Adolfo Pirelli.
Oh, that would have been great.
I think I would have made a fine Adolfo Pirelli.
And they said you weren't Borat enough?
Exactly, yeah. And then they let some guy who I can't stand do it, and it pissed me the fuck off. And they were like,
off the record, who was it? Do I know him?
I can't remember
Darn it, bummer.
if you knew him or not.
That's
But I actually, there's two guys who I'm like between on who it was, but I'm pretty sure. I'll just censor his name, but I think it was.
I don't know either of those names, his first or his last name.
Yeah, he rode my bus in middle school, and
Was
I
he a
hated
Greek
him.
philosopher?
No, he was this Jewish kid who was like a year above me, and I couldn't fucking stand him, and he tried to like accuse me of like anti-Semitism because I didn't like him. I was like, no, I don't hate Jews, I hate you, and you happen to be
because
Jewish.
I didn't eat lox.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is, okay? I'd eat it with my bagels if I knew, but I just don't know. No one's ever shown me. I only know the word. What are lox?
Locks?
Yeah, lox and bagels. Isn't that a thing? Is that like...
Lock, stock, and two smoking bagels?
Yeah, I think it's a kind of thing you put on a bagel. I think it's an addition. Like,
I don't know, dude. Jewish words are funny.
I like Jewish words.
Hebrew, I guess I should say. But no, I don't know anything about like Hebrew or like Jewish food. Like is lembas? Is that a...
That's the bread from Rivendell.
That's Hobbit food, right?
Yeah.
Is that
one
the bread?
bite keeps you full for 3 days? Lembas bread.
Is that the bread that you got
Buy
from
now.
the bread store?
Yeah,
Did they have
we were
day old
buying Lembas bread.
day old lembas?
Yeah, it was wrapped in a leaf from the forest, just like that.
And you'd get a ride home on the Eagle public transportation system. Where the fuck am I even going? Oh, I need to get the jetpack ability, I think. Dear God, that we've been
What
lost.
are these things on the wall? Are those tigers?
This
Saber-toothed?
on the wall?
Yeah, that
Looks
looks so scary.
Like
for
a
a
lion or a
game.
tiger or something. I guess I've never even noticed that. It's always just looked like stone texture to me. But we've been lost.
What a
in the
generalization.
fucking- oh shit!
You must be very fun at a museum.
Yeah, I'm like, look at the bones.
It just looks like paint on a picture.
That I
I don't
actually,
even see people.
if it's not like Renaissance era art, I just don't give a fuck.
You know what I can't do?
Huh.
I can't do any like period art, like any colonial fucking anything.
You said period art, and I imagined like painting with period
Oh,
blood.
like what's her face? The very famous yeah.
Was that George? Not. I think
Yes. Who are you?
Georgia O'Keeffe.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Did she paint with period blood?
No, a lot of vaginas, I believe.
It was like she had like
Vaginas make periods,
that
and that's what
famous
this and that's
painting. Yeah, it was like fucking sunflowers or something that looked like vaginas, right?
It might have been. Otherwise,
Shit.
there might be. Maybe there's another vagina artist. You know, probably. There's 2 billion people in the world, right?
I think it's.
Is it 6?
It's like 8.
Where 6 was the. Never mind. That was the other thing.
It's like 8 billion.
Dang, there are too many of us.
Yeah, there is.
Who's doing all that? There's got to be one country to blame. certainly.
China. I think.
Greece?
You know what? Greece is the word I've heard before in a John Travolta film, so I think you might be
Oh
right
yeah,
about
but anything like a 1776 and up, fuck that. I'm so bored of seeing like anyone in like colonial garb.
Oh, I
Never
agree.
show me that art. Whole parts of I've skipped like very famous parts of very famous museums to avoid all that. I don't
like,
want to be part of that.
Who gives a shit, man?
Who gives a fuck?
I don't want to see some like
So
old
boring.
white slave owner with his hand halfway in his fucking breast pocket.
If
like,
you show me a covered wagon, I'll hang you.
yeah, dude.